Hey, what's up guys? Aaron Bennett here. Celsius updates. This is what I'm going to cover. Some people are still fighting for the 81-cent sell price. The U.S. Trustee Series B holders, the borrowers, and pro se creditors are objecting to NovaWulf's bid. Also, Celsius's cash management system banking with Signature Bank. That bank went under. What happened to that cash, and will we get that money back, or did they lose it? And then we have the UCC, the U.S. Trustee, and others objecting to paying employees legal expenses. So let's dive in. And those of you guys curious where I am, where I record these videos, which is always different, I am in a hotel conference room right now. If you follow me on Twitter, I posted a picture yesterday of my room. Sometimes I get out of my van and I get into a hotel or an Airbnb, which is very, very nice. I'm in the Austin area. So yeah, that's where I am. I am in Texas. So let's dive into the first story. We have somebody who is fighting for the 81-cent sell token. This is the price that they want to get paid out. Personally, I think we should give this price to them. I really don't care. And even though the price of sell token was pumped up during the short squeeze, I still think they should get it and we should just move on from this. Next, we have the objection from the U.S. Trustee for the proposed plan sponsor, meaning NovaWulf. Now, these are the issues that they have with the plan. They have an issue with the $5 million breakup fee and also the expense reimbursement of $15 million. They also have issues with how the equity share tokens are being described. They also want to confirm that the holders in the convenience class, those who have $1,000 or less, will actually receive $700 of liquid crypto regardless of when these digital currencies are converted to the liquid crypto. And then we have the Series B holders. These are the equity holders also objecting, or they have their objections to the plan as well. The first one is similar. It's this $5 million breakup fee and the $15 million of expense reimbursement. Now, what they're saying is that this is way too high. They say that such a disproportionate fee should not be approved. Basically, this is up to 44% of the $45 million that they are going to contribute to the plan. Now, what this means, if you do not remember, is that if NovaWulf isn't chosen to be the plan sponsor, that they're going to get $5 million and up to $15 million to reimburse them for all the expenses that they've had to do to get this far. They also have an issue that the estate will pay for a lot of the wind down fees, and basically they're saying that the debtor's own assets will be paying for this, not coming from the contributions from the plan sponsor. They say that the $5 million breakup fee is 11% of the contribution, and they say that the market standard for breakup fees for stalking horse bidders is typically 1 to 3%, not 11%. Now remember that Series B just got a nod from Judge Glenn saying that most likely they will get access to the mining, which is a complete mess. Basically, Alex and Celsius took our deposits, invested it into mining, but created or started a new LLC, and now the equity holders may get access to that LLC, which holds the mining. But there will be a lot more fighting and arguments regarding that. Next, we have the ad hoc group for the borrowers from David Adler, also objecting to the proposed plan, and they have laid out a lot of other reasons in the past, but basically they are joining with the U.S. Trustee and saying that they want to object to this. And also there are some pro se creditors, meaning creditors just like yourself, that are objecting to the proposed plan sponsor. Next, there is a statement from the debtors, meaning Celsius, regarding their cash management system. So I'm sure all of you guys have heard at this point that several banks went under over the weekend, and huge, one of them being Signature Bank, and the debtors have multiple bank accounts for their fiat currency at two banks, Signature being one of them. But they said that all depositors of this institution will be made whole, and that is, I believe, what came down from Jay Powell and Janet Yellen. Celsius says that as a result of the closing of Signature Bank, the debtors and their advisors will be evaluating when to transfer funds out of Signature to other approved authorized depositories in compliance with the U.S. Trustee guidelines. So this could have been way, way worse had the FDIC basically not bailed out these banks. So I'm really glad that happened for the sake of the cash that Celsius was holding. Next, we have some objections to basically Celsius paying for employees' out-of-pocket legal expenses. We have the UCC objecting to this. Basically, what Celsius wants to do is get authorization to pay employees up to $3 million in past legal expenses and $240,000 per employee in future legal expenses to act as cooperating witnesses in ongoing criminal, which is important, criminal and regulatory proceedings. But one of the issues that the UCC has is to pay for some people's legal expenses, but not others. So they give some objections, like many of the employees who will seek reimbursement no longer even work for Celsius, and apart from providing testimony to law enforcement, they are no longer contributing to the reorganization. And also they say, again, it's simply not equitable to create a presumption that Celsius's current and former employees, even some employees that may have participated in the actions that caused them to file for Chapter 11, may have their fees paid for by our money, meaning the estate's money. And the U.S. trustee also agrees with the UCC regarding reimbursing previous and past employees. And we have a pro se creditor, Ignat, also agreeing. One of the reasons he objects to this is that if the estate is going to pay for their legal expenses, they have to show that there will be some substantial benefit to the estate. And he also says, which I think is really interesting, that if creditors are paying for these employees and past employees' expenses, then the creditors, meaning yourself, should have access to the transcripts of those interviews. And finally, we have a pretty funny motion, Jason Amerson, which we think is going to be cryptosexual on Twitter. Just from what I'm hearing from other people. He said that Kirkland was talking to Simon Dixon, even though Simon was offering a bid for the assets. These communications may represent egregious conflicts of interest. And essentially what he is asking is that Kirkland and Ellis should be barred from any further private and direct communication with unsecured creditors, mainly Simon Dixon, unless, of course, there is written consent and direct supervision of the UCC. And he's giving some examples here saying, I spoke to Kirkland and Ellis from Simon Dixon. Again, this is kind of a waste of time and money. But anyway, guys, that is it for the updates. I just want to keep you guys up to date. A lot of motions are coming in. A lot of documents are coming in. So right now we are just waiting for them to go into court, ultimately seeing if another bidder comes along and the UCC thinks it's better than NovaWulf. If not, we are waiting for NovaWulf's disclosure statement, which should come out by the end of this month. So we have another 15 days or so. So that is basically it, guys. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are feeling good. And if there's anything I can do for you, you can reach out to me. Definitely follow me on Twitter. Some shameless plugs for Ledger right here. You can grab your Ledger Nano X or the new Ledger, which looks freaking awesome. You can store your Ledger in a case such like this. And to securely keep your seed phrases, you can get something called a crypto steal, which is on their website. And this allows you to put your seed phrase into something that is waterproof, bomb-proof, earthquake-proof, so you can store it somewhere and whatever happens, it basically won't get destroyed. So then you will never lose your crypto. Link below for that if you want to pick up some of these Ledger devices or go ahead and get a crypto steel capsule. And that is basically it, guys. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter again because I'm there a lot and that's a really good way of contacting me if you want to ask me a question. Until next time, talk with you soon and bye for now.